This is a review of the Nitecore EC4S 2150 lumen bundle. This is a nice quality flashlight, extremely bright, and it comes with a lot of top-class accessories. The flashlight itself is made of high-quality aircraft aluminum, and it has heat dissipation fins on it to remove excess heat because it will operate at 2150 lumens. It operates on two 18650 batteries, which come with it. These are 3,500 milliampere hour batteries, or you can use four CR123 batteries, but I really recommend that you stay with using these because these are rechargeable up to 500 times. These are good batteries, and they're protected with a circuit board inside of it under the positive terminal, which prevents over voltage, under voltage, undercurrent, and keeps the batteries from being damaged. They come to you packaged in a brand new package, as you can see here, and I've opened them up and charged them already. In my video, I do a comparison between the Nitecore EC4 at 1000 lumens and this new Nitecore EC4S at 2150 lumens on the max brightness settings. Both flashlights were very bright, but the newer Nitecore model wins hands down. This bundle includes a Nitecore Digi2 charger that will charge two 18650 batteries at the same time. Very nice charger, has a nice digital display on it. It works very well. It comes with a full instruction manual. It comes with a warranty card. It has an AC power cord of 44.5 inches long. It also comes with a car charging cord. So if you're out hunting or camping, you can plug this into your car and recharge your batteries using your vehicle's battery. In addition, with the flashlight, you get a full instruction manual, a nice belt holster made of ballistic nylon to carry the flashlight with. You get a warranty card. It comes with the two batteries, as I mentioned, and a case where you can buy some extra batteries and store them and carry them with you safely. It also comes with a nice lanyard. This lanyard is a nice feature because it prevents you from dropping the flashlight in a lake or river, for example. It also helps you to carry the flashlight with gloves on to make sure you don't drop it. As I mentioned, this body is all made of aircraft aluminum. It's nicely knurled on the edges, gives you a great grip, and it's thin, so it fits into your hand very nicely. It has two control buttons. One is the power off-on, and the second is the mode switch. There are 5 lighting levels on the flashlight and 3 specialty modes, which I'll show you later. On the bottom here, you'll see this large screw device to remove the back. You can see it has a slot here if you want to use a coin. The center is tapped, so you can use a tripod stand and use it for a light to stand up and light a picnic area or use for photography. When you unscrew this and remove it, you'll see that the back has a spring in it to contact the one battery and a button to the other. If you look inside of here, you'll see the one battery goes positive end up and the other battery goes negative end up. So make sure you follow the instructions. Here you can see I have the batteries inserted. I'm now going to install the back. Just make sure that you compress this spring and get this started properly when you're threading it on there. There is a thumb screw here that you turn the red device on the bottom, and you'll see this little silver thing in the video that's threaded into the back of the flashlight. You'll see as I insert this and begin to tighten it down, you'll see the power button blink, and if it blinks 3 times, the batteries are charged over 50%. If it blinks twice, they're charged below 50%. Here you'll see a flat gasket, silicone gasket. Make sure you tighten this down tightly. That makes it waterproof. This flashlight is very rugged. It has a drop resistance of 1.5 meters or 4.92 feet. It's also waterproof and submersible to IPX8, which means to a depth of 2 meters for permanent submersion. Make sure that this is tightened like I mentioned. The crystal lens of the flashlight is an ultra-clear mineral glass to provide good optics for the light. The reflector is a deep well reflector with an orange peel mirror surface that will throw the beam in the turbo mode up to 280 meters or 918.6 feet. In my video, you'll notice that this one here spreads the beam more evenly and doesn't have the same hotspot as the original EC4. This is the turbo mode at 2150 lumens. It'll stay on in this mode for 45 minutes. This is the low beam mode. This is only 2 lumens, and it's designed to stay on this mode for upwards of 325 hours. This is the low mode at 80 lumens. It will stay on here for 30 hours and 45 minutes. This is the mid-range mode. It will stay there for 6 hours and 15 minutes. This is the high mode at 1100 lumens for 2 hours and 15 minutes. This high mode is also more powerful than the original EC4 LED. If I press and hold the mode button for 1 second, you can see it go into the strobe mode. Shine this into the eyes of an attacker and they're virtually blind. If I push any button for 1 second, it goes into the beacon mode and it flashes, and this is what you can use if you're lost to help rescuers identify your location. If I press it again for 1 second, it goes into the SOS mode and sends an SOS signal. I did want to mention that I've talked so much about the quality of this, very nicely machined. In addition to that, it's anodized to an HA3 military grade anodized to resist corrosion. If the flashlight is on, if you press and hold any button for 1 second, you'll see that it goes off and you'll see this power button here blinking. This is the standby mode. This way you know the batteries are charged, but also it helps you find the flashlight in the dark. This is ideal for camping. When the flashlight's in the standby mode, the batteries will last for over 6 months. You can also take and press both buttons simultaneously. When you do that, you'll lock the buttons so you can't accidentally turn the flashlight on. If you want to unlock it, you press both buttons simultaneously again and you unlock the flashlight. You can also direct access the brightest and dimmest modes. If you're in an emergency and press the front button of the mode button and hold it, it goes immediately to turbo mode. If you take it and press the rear button for 1 second, it automatically goes into the dimmest setting mode. Here you can see the original EC4 and the new EC4S. They look virtually identical except for the red knob on the back, but the difference is in the light. Here's the two flashlights. We're going to shoot this wall down here that's about 30 feet away and compare the brightness. This is the EC4S 2150 lumen flashlight. You can see that the lighting down there is very even, very bright. This would be good for security to be out looking for someone. And here you can see the EC4, which is much dimmer in the outside but has a brighter hot spot. That's the difference in the lens and the LEDs. But you can see when I put the S version over the top, the EC4 just simply disappears. This is the very low version of the light. I'm going to shine it down here on the pool table very close. You can see it's about 2 lumens, but when I shine it 30 feet away, it barely lights up the wall. This is the low version of the light. This is the medium intensity. This is the high version, and this is the turbo. And you can see the turbo is lighting up the wall. The beam's about 40 feet across, nice and even lighting. This beam here is actually the second setting down from the highest on the EC4S. You can see it's very bright still. And then this is the highest version of light out of the EC4. And if I cross the beams, you can see that the EC4 just simply disappears again. So even on the second setting down, it's brighter than the original flashlight and has a much more even light across the wall. Here you can see I'm on the high beam. If I press any button and hold it, I go into the strobe mode. This will startle an attacker and blind them. If I press the button for 1 second, it goes into the beacon mode where it will blink. And if I press it for 1 second again, it goes into the SOS mode. These are nice specialty effects in case you have a car breakdown or if you're out hiking and camping and you need help. This is an excellent flashlight. I like the way it works. I like the intensity of it. It throws a good, powerful beam. I like the holster that comes with it. It comes with a lot of nice accessories. I rate this flashlight at 5 stars. This review is done by JJ CEO. I'd like to tell you I received a sample for test and evaluation, and I didn't promise a review, but I promised if I gave one, it would be fair and honest.